In studio with us tonight is sophomore wrestler John Hall. Terrier Nation's own Mike Sullivan is here to find out how Hall and the rest of the Terrier wrestling team fared this season.
This week I had the pleasure of sitting down with the pride of Palo Alto, California, and BU Wrestling, John Hall. Now, John, you started your career as a freshman in high school. Now, in 6 years, how have you come so far?
Well, I've had the blessing of good coaches, and I live close to Stanford University, being from Palo Alto, obviously, and I spent a lot of time, going over to Stanford, and with the help of a lot of coaches around my area, going to off-season tournaments, going on as many trips as I can. Just a lot of hard work, it all paying off.
Now, with all the great food at Boston University, how do you cut weight during the week?
Well, I've actually been very lucky. I don't have to cut a lot of weight. But as far as, I live off campus now, so it's a lot easier to kind of leave the distraction of the dining hall. But as far as during, last year when I was in the dorms and I eat at the dining hall all the time, it's just, trying to eat right, just trying to what makes you feel good. But, yeah, it's just perseverance.
Now, your last two tournaments, you placed second and third, respectively. Now, that's very admirable at the D1 level. Is there anywhere you see you can improve?
Yeah, I mean, always. There's always room to improve, no matter what. Even if I won, there's always room to improve. But I mean, especially in those two tournaments, just take it match by match, go over, what I did wrong, what mistakes I made. But yeah, always, just the sport of wrestling, and you can always improve.
Now, in your last match against Binghamton, you took on number 8 Josh Patterson. Now, tell me a little bit about that match.
That was a surprise going into it. I was expecting to wrestle my normally scheduled my guy at 197 Corey weight, but they bumped up their 184 pounder, who is ranked 8th in the nation. It was a tough match. He's great he's a real good rider, and I had just had trouble trying to escape, and got a reversal at the end, but too little, too late to try and come back. But yeah, I mean, it was a tough match. He's a good, good competitor, so he got the best of me that time.
Is there anything you learned from wrestling tougher competitors?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just all high tide raises all ships, as they say. So just getting the experience to wrestle, guys at that, level is just good to see what I need to be doing to, to get at the level they are. And, you always learn everything. I try and learn everything after every match. So, I took something from that one.
Now, you started at BU and started as a freshman. Now, some of the other wrestlers on the team have taken, your strides. Where do you see all this young talent turning into?
You can, start as a freshman and still, have that, as long as you have a great attitude, you can go far with it. And we blessed with good freshmen this year. Last year, we've been getting really good at recruiting classes. And this year we had a freshman step up because our regular starter got hurt, Ryan Dowd. And he's been doing real well. He went undefeated this last weekend against Ryder in Princeton. And, he's just, even though he's 120 soaking wet, he's still, battling hard. He's got more heart than, a lot of guys I know. And we also have Hunter Mays, a 174-pounder, who actually is nationally ranked right now, had the high school national pin record. So coming off a great high school career, now, moving on to big things and doing real well for us.
Now, every once in a while, I see you walking around sporting your Paws towels. Can you tell me a little more about that organization you're part of?
I am part of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee, known as SAC, and part of that is the Terrier Pride, section, which Dave Barth and I, Dave Barth, who's on the track and field team, he and I are both part of Terrier Pride, and PAWS, which stands for Providing Athletes with Support, is it's kind of a program to get athletes to attend each other's events, just kind of bring the athletic, section of BU, kind of bring us all together, so you get more attendance at events, you get to socialize, because everyone, you know your team, but not a lot of chance to, mingle between teams, so, it's a good way to get them all together.
On a similar note, how do you think you can bring more attendance to wrestling and other such events that don't draw the same as hockey or basketball or the ticket sports?
A lot of it's just knowing when the days are. I mean, this year we've actually gotten a lot better attendance than last year, I feel like, and I think a lot of that has come from, just trying to get it out there, always telling, like, oh, we got a match this weekend, and vocalizing, when you got, big things coming up. We had, this year we had a part of the cards with the, Mike Roberts was on it, and we had had the schedule on the back, and it was with the swimming and the track and field cards all together. So, just more publicity, just getting it out there, because that's the number one thing, is just getting people to know that you have a match, but this year's been a lot better, and we're looking to, increase those numbers.
Now, looking forward, your next event is the CAA League Championships. How are you preparing for that, and is there anyone you're looking forward to take on?
It's the culmination of, what we've been doing this whole year. It's, the conference tournament, and we got, a bunch of good guys. I have my conference is actually, I have arguably the toughest weight in the conference. Out of the 8 guys in my weight, 5 of them are nationally ranked, including me, and it's going to be a grinder to try and get it to the NCAAs. But we have 4 bids right now plus wild cards in my weight, and we're just trying to get ready, doing our peaking drills right now, just trying to get ready and then rest up right before, so we're on our A game.
John, I want to thank you for coming out, and I wish you best of luck in the CAA Championships. Hopefully you can take home some hardware for us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Alex, it is pretty hard for me to imagine Mike Sullivan used to wear a onesie back in his days of wrestling.
I think they prefer to call them leotards. Yeah, no.
Slightly disturbing image. Anyway, I think we have a dog walk to get to.